And hello everyone in the stream. I will be your caster for the day. My name is Dusty, happy to be here to cast this first match. Sorry that the timer's a little bit off, but both teams are about to be ready here for the game against the Aubrey Chaps versus the Frenship Tigers. As it's going to be, we can leave the timer started for now, as I'm going to start off with the rosters as we're going into map 1, which will be Lijiang Tower. And so, for your Aubrey Chaps, it's going to be, I'm assuming, into something along the lines with Zark on DPS, Raptor on tank, and Dorcas and Mint on the support lineup. As for Friendship, you have Hamburger Man and Bolson on DPS, as I can assume, TSM on tank, Potatoes stemmed, and support along with Soup Decan. So with that out of the way, it's going to be Lijiang here any minute now, coming in for both teams, and I don't think there's anything else, so I think I'll leave the timer on the screen for the time being until we get into Lijiang. And sorry if I started a little early, but this is just want to make sure everything was ready and set up as introductions were out of the way. As we have Friendship ready, I think here most likely, as the side of Aubrey is. So match should be starting any second now. And I mean, I'm kind of just wondering what to expect from both these teams. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know much about either of these guys coming into the playoffs. I mean, it's the semis for TexSef, and I honestly really don't know. I kind of just got dragged into the cast. So it's really going to be interesting. I mean, it's Lijiang coming in first map, a fan favorite of pretty much anyone in Overwatch, even going up to OWCS and at this high school tier. So, I mean, I could be expecting a lot of different things here. Maybe a Pharah on like Gardens, maybe a lot of Brawl, though, is what I could be expecting here coming in. So, oh, we have a match start soon. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's really cool. So yeah, no, we should be coming into map 1 any minute now. So for that, I'm going to take a quick break and turn back on the music until we go in. So I'll see you in a minute or two, maybe a few seconds. And be hyped for Lijiang. Semifinals coming up now. Not now, next. Almost got it. And we are back. Like I said, it was probably going to be a short break. So, coming into Lijiang, it was a bit of a technical difficulty issue on the side of Friendship. So, with that, welcome to Lijiang. And it's gonna be Gardens coming in first. Big fan of Gardens, honestly. Ah, wait, there's a little group thing here. Let me just get rid of that real quick. Okay, perfect. So, with that out of the way, welcome to Gardens, and let us see our comps. Gonna be the Ram Brawl coming in from the side of Shap. Well, from the Shaps with intro on Venture, Jark on Soj, Raptor on Ram, Dorcas on Juno, and Mint on the Brig. And then coming in for the side of Friendship Tigers, you got Hamburger Man, not gonna stand the Widow, I don't believe it. With Bolson on the Genji, TSM on Winston, Potato on Juno, Soup Decan on Ana, and Hamburger will be locking in the Soj. So coming in, it's gonna be Gardens for round 1. Let's see how this series is going to play out. It's going to be the dive into the brawl. As I feel like both soldiers here are going to be able to get a lot of value off of these the rails, disruption shots, anything of the sort. Dark's going to be falling a little bit low. As you're going to try to finally start to get Raptors in on this engage. Not going to be much for now as TSM locked down by Raptor here, as the rest of the members of the Shaft are going to be walking near the point. Hammerman falling low, getting knocked around here, but he finds two in the meantime. The collateral, I think, there by the Sojourn, and TSM's going to get the cleanup. All you're going to need is a nice little place shot there from Hamburger Man, and that's going to be first point flip for the side of the Tigers. That's going to be 10% and counting here, as the rest of the fight's going to be going to a neutral, as we have seen the Chaps here going to this little white room. Going to really try to emphasize that brawl. As Intro's coming in with the Venture Burrow, you have Hamburger Man on his feet. The Venture going up for the Burrow. And the Soja goes down eventually there. Intro's going to straight out. It's going to be a nice nade from the side of Sukan. As it's going to be the Genji walking in here for the side of the Tigers. Finding one, finding two. Can he get the third? It's going to be Dorcas trying to run away. Mid falls. And with that, the Juno falls. It's going to be Bulls with a nice little 4K. They're getting close to the blade. And now you're pretty much getting every ult online here for the side of the Tigers. And you're really only getting close to your support ult for the side of Aubrey. As it's going to be 50%. Around 2 more fights here on Gardens. As one of these soldiers needs an opening pick. And might be Hamburger Man again. A nice disruptor shot. You're coming up to the overclock as well. That's 60%. Hamburger Man looking for the shot. Gonna have Raptor walking in here to help out the team. And it's gonna be the walk-in from the rest of the Chaps. And it's gonna be a Nano. It's gonna be a Blade as well. The combo of the century. Good old Nano Blade. Finds one. Dash is gonna hit a wall. It will be the detriment of the Genji there, as you're not gonna be able to find anything else. It's going to be a 3v4 here for the side of the Chaps. You have full supports alive, and there they go. It's going to be Mint and Dorks falling into jumping off the map. 85%, 15 to go. One more fight coming in for the Chaps on Gardens. Now you really need to utilize your ultimate advantage here, as you know they don't have an Annihilate. You can play with the Orb and mirror it. Maybe you can get Raptor in with the Annihilation. But here's TSM. Running in with the jump is going to be 2 more percent. Raptor gets the touch. If you don't get the Annihilation in time, the Cameraman lock on the clock. Find it too. The extra overclock perk is dangerous in the hands of Hamburger Man right now. As you're gonna find a 100-0 on Gardens, a quick one from the side of the Frenship Chaps. Not Chaps, that Tigers. My bad. I don't know what happened. So now it's gonna be Control Center next. It's gonna be a lot better for the side of Aubrey here, with the fact that you can just play the brawl a lot more easily compared to the Winston in these tight, confined corridors of Control Center. And with the Ana and Juno being able to get nades at an easier angle, might be able to get the momentum for Aubrey here to take this to a round 3 and go to Night Market. But for now, it's gonna be both teams getting probably up to White Room here, as TSM and the rest of Tigers move up. It's gonna be both soldiers probably looking for an opening pick once again. Hamburger Man falling low. Raptor trying to make the space for TSM to center him out with the bubble. It's going to be a nice little poke there from the Sojourn. Intro finds the Burrow, finds Bulls. It's gonna be a 4v5 for the side of... They'll make that a 4v4, as it's gonna be Frenship taking the point first. He's gonna have Raptor trying to take that point away, however, walking it down on the ramp. With the help of Dorcas on the Juno, gonna be more than enough. With the spray down main, it's just gonna be TSM left on the Winston to stall to try to save 24%. But Aubrey will get the cap there. As that's what I'm saying, you get the closer angles, you get the tighter windows to fight in. TSM does not have a fun time because you just jump in, get bursted down. And now it's just going to be a matter of how do you really want to play this. If you are the side of Frenship, you really have to probably utilize Hamburger Man here on the Soldier to get these off angles that you need. And this is exactly how you do it. You're going to take the off angle here. It's going to be a 4-man nade! That's a disgusting nade from Supcan. But none of the members of Aubrey will fall from it yet. As soon as he gets to the rally from Peel, comes out. The break able to call up TSM. Winston though does get the purple rage. Hamburger Man does find their target. It's gonna be mid falling, a 4v5, a lot of sustain for the side of Aubrey down. That's gonna go 3 down for the side of Aubrey. Frenship getting another one at the end there, and this is gonna be a quick kill. But you do get 45% for Aubrey. Got around 2 more fights to win to get the second round cap. And it's going to be a nano block rally and blade online for the side of Aubrey. of Frenship, and you have an Annihilation clock in orbit almost coming up for the side of Aubrey. You have a lot of ults here. It's going to be a chaotic fight, and you're going to need to make the pressure here to force out the Sojourn. Let's see if you can getting the Nano. It's going to be Annihilation encounter. It's going to be Shark popping the clock. No, it's going to actually be the side of Hamburger Man. Raptor does find one, but gets bursted down. That poke damage just from the side of Frenship sitting in the back, really getting a lot of value there. As you're going to have 35% counting now for the point. And it's going to be a matter of, you really need to get intro into, I honestly don't know, I'm going to have to ask them, how you need to get into these angles to utilize them, but unfortunately you just have to walk down a Soj on main. It's going to be a rally engage, Hamburger Man. Just going to be keeping lining up in the back line, finding threes. Everyone's slightly split. Like, you could say they're grouped up, but they're just ever so split that Soj can pick them off one by one. As Raptor's going to go over to the Queen now, just to try to run it down a little more, get a little more sustain. As you're going to have Bulls on here with this blade. And you're probably looking for it quick here as you see Aubrey rotating into the Mega. And there it is. Shadow counteracted. Orbit on top. Mid finds Potato. It's going to be mid fighting too. The Brig doing a lot of work here for Aubrey. As they're able to survive. The Orbit keeping them up great from the help of Dorcas. Pulls on, gets the pick. Dorcas gets the bench for their lost support. Intro gonna be getting a block onto the point. Overclock to counter for Hamburger Man. They will get caught out by the Queen. And Aubrey's not going down yet in map 1. Being able to get the flip once again. And now, going to be 50% counting here. Any fight could change this map trajectory to a round 3 or a map win for the side of the Tigers. As for the side of Aubrey, you really can only rely on your rally and overclock from Jark. But you have to worry about TSM and Bullseye jumping you with Hamburger Man on the off angle as well. And there's Bullseye right there. And now you need to know that the side of Tigers, they don't have a single ult playing right now. Potato bashes in, and they're going to get bursted down. That's a great turn for the side of Aubrey. Great go out of position to utilize that. Dark finds pulls on. TSM gets a pick, but too little, too late. Raptor's going to be walking in now. And one more fight. You have a clock. You have an annihilation. You have a rampage coming online. And we'll only have to worry about a nano from Soup Can. So, 2 ults against 1. Aubrey trying to send this to a round 3 on the first map of Lee Jong. 2 more percent. The Winston does touch. And Jark, the overclock, has to jump in a little too far. Raptor though, getting close. Gonna be a nano TSM on the point. As you have off angle here from the side of Hamburger Man. Rampage is online. Ahead 2. Gonna be a 2v2 here for the side of Aubrey. As the Sojourn falls low for the side of the Tigers. Raptor's able to get it. It's the Juno and Queen versus the Winston of Primal Rage. It's gonna be good to stall, but not enough damage to take down this Queen. Overtime still gonna burn as the rest of Aubrey tries to regroup along with the side of the Tigers. But mid comes back on the Lucio. A nice move on the Bulls on. And Jork's able to get the confirm. And that's gonna be your second round. And it's gonna be Aubrey playing to their strengths there on Control Center, playing the brawl. And now with this, you should be able to do almost pretty much the same on Night Market. Still close quarters. You can still play to how your team's strengths are so far, playing that brawl, force point, and make TSM walk into you. The Winston has had a rough time getting in. Hamburger Man, on this kind of a point, can't really get many off angles. So now you just gotta play up with the Queen, get your Venture and Sojourn on the off angles, and just let your supports do their thing. They're doing a great job right now, keeping each other alive and being able to get kills.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
And here we come. Points gonna start being fought over now as the rest of the members of Aubrey and the Tigers will meet in the same area. But it's gonna be a nice knife. And the confirm, not unfortunately there for the side of Raptor and the side of Jeff. But they do have point control. Hamburger Man, however, says otherwise. Finds their counterpart and Shark once again. Dorcas goes down as well. Sojourn lighting him up in this map. As you're gonna have Hamburger Man running away, Raptor falling low. Already has to use the shout. Already all the cooldowns are gone. And TSM is gonna get the cleanup here with the side of Hamburger Man. And now gonna be Frenship getting the first cap on Night Market. And And now you're going to really be able to utilize these high grounds and off angles a little more, knowing that you have to let the side of the chaps walk into you. And Jark's not going to really be able to get any off angles, while Hamburger Man's going to be raining free here, even just taking the front. As TSM's going to get a drop on him. Orcus is hit by a nice nade by Sukan, but they do not care. They're going to be walking down to the Ana. And it's going to be TSM fighting Jark for the heal, so it's going to be a trade for the Juno. Mid getting close to the rally, just has to play on point. The supports are going to be there. Not being able to find a pick, the Winston has to leave. It's going to be the rest of the chaps being able to get the confirms. And with that, get around 38% for the Tigers. And you have a rally online for the side of Mint, almost 50% away. And then a Primal and Clock for the side of the Tigers, as, I mean, not much more to say coming in. It's going to be a pretty heavy ult fight, especially when the support ults start coming online a little more, like the Orbits and the Nanos. But Frenship is playing this pretty passively, kind of waiting for the side of the chaps to try to engage do something, but getting a lot of point pressure here from some chaps and a lot of point percentage. The Bulls on, forcing Min back, but Sukan will fall. Raptor's going to be in the back line. Min pops the rally for sustain and the extra brawl potential. That's gonna be the Winston getting hit by a knight. Gonna bleed back to his spawn. And a bit of a staggered Juno as, oh, we might have a pause. Yep, there it is. So for now, it's going to be a 0-0 series as we go into Lijiang. Round 3, almost over. First map of the series will be decided soon, and that's going to bring a lot of momentum into these teams. So while we wait for this technical issue to be fixed, as TSM seems to have gotten kicked out of the lobby, must be connection issues. So with that out of the way, I think I'm just going to just a moment, and yeah, we'll be back to the Lijiang momentarily. There's your moment, as we're going to be going back into this game any second now, as it's going to be a quick hog swap for a second there from TSF, but no, it's going to be a queen coming in from the side of the Tigers. Not really what I expected here, to be honest. I mean, you kind of beat him in the dive, but who am I to say? I mean, you can take this brawl a lot easier with the Silver Engine as well. You have almost all the ultimate money here for the Tigers. The Chaps as well. There's going to be a play coming in from Boron, finding the Snow, just the more from that backline. Mick can't get away. Raptor finds Zuki, but it's going to be a nice whip shot. And the break's going to be able to survive. The Genji falls. And what care from the backline of Aubrey. As you're going to have Hamburger Man trying to find something here with the overclock. But the Chaps are playing safe, knowing not to walk into his sight lines, as the Tigers are going to have to disengage. And point's going to be flipped back over to Aubrey with no ults used. And that's a Clock and Blade from the side of the Tigers, so you got 4 ults to 2. And that orbit gets shut down by the Rampage here, most likely, as they're all playing group against Raptor, who has been able to take so much space on this Junker Queen. And it's going to be the fight starting now. And it's a big Rampage, it hits 5! And here we go! Clock's coming in from Jark. The Queen gets down to try to run in. Intro, pops the Rampage. The Rampage is shocked, as all the members of the Tigers have to go to point here. And it's going to be an orbit on point. Maybe a light of fading hope for the side of Tigers here. And it's going to be TSM getting a nice Rampage, but falls off the map. That's unfortunate. I honestly have nothing to say. It's a nice Rampage. He gets sent flying. Rolls on the last member here for the Tigers, trying to stall. Gets one last touch. The Ana cannot make it. And Aubrey will be getting Lijiang Tower for your first map in a pretty nice fashion after round 1. I mean, after Gardens, the dive is not as prevalent for the side of the Tigers, so it just plays into the strength of Aubrey getting to play that brawl, even with Hamburger Man putting on a show so far on Sojourn, finding Jark there in the play, and I mean, this is going to be a close game. Hamburger Man player coming up in a few maps. So with that out of the way, that's going to be your first map with Lijiang going to the side of Aubrey. And that's going to be all for map 1. I will see you momentarily as we go to map 2. I actually don't know what map it's going to be yet. So, yeah, back to the music. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We should be going into map 2 momentarily. It's going to be a fan favorite for many over player. It's going to be King's Row coming in as we're going to court this second entry. It's going to be Aubrey on the attack first here. And it's going to be Frenship on the defense. So with that out of the way, it's gonna be more. Oh, I think. Oh wait, it's Frenship on the attack first. Oh boy. Yeah, it's gonna be the ball comp coming out. It seems actually. 1 second. Gotta just fix the overlay. And there we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. So now it's going to be. Oh, I saw a Weaver. I saw a Weaver for a split second. As it's going to be the Queen comp still here for the Chaps. As going to be going to King's Row. It's going to be real no switches from either team. As Hamburger Man on the Widow. Look for a pick. The Widow hunted. Has the mythic weapon. Mayhap a pick. Mayhaps not. As it's going to be TSM and the rest of Frenship here taking their time, trying to get set up to get to high ground. The Raptor and the rest of the Chaps not gonna really let them. They're all gonna be moving in just for a moment as it's going to be them being forced out by Raptor, and it's going to be a nice. I kind of like the strategy of doing it to the Chaps. You're really going to be able to utilize the ball here, just making sure you can't give the side of the Tigers any space whatsoever, just being able to run them down with your JQ. And that's going to be another setup with a minute burned already, as the Winston's not going to get knifed, as Raptor just runs for the back line. And maybe a little too far here, but I can't tell. Hamburger Man finds one, Dark finds another. It's going to be Trade City, as Raptor finally goes down by the hand of Potato, getting close to the orbit already. And I think I was going to see a slight overextension there from the side of Raptor and the Chap. getting those kills. Probably you can just realistically you just type Winston in and just no TSM, but guess not, as it's going to be first point coming in for the Tigers, as they're going to get 5 timing to start off after first. But TSM will fall a little overextension of his own, as, I mean, you're really going to just play it safe for now from the side of the Tigers, but you can walk in with a few ults here to hold on the side of the Chaps, with a lot of ults coming to just smoking here. Once again, Intro has to get away. There's going to be a rush coming in, Primal Rage as well. Shark finds one. The Sojourner fighting a nice pick, but there's a Winston in the alleyway, ladies and gentlemen. He is angry. Knocking around all the members of the Chaps. Has to the bubble, has to get away. Big miss there coming to Potato. But it's going back to the neutral now for a moment, as Gold is getting back to this Dragon Blade. But there's a lot of ults to counter from the side of the Chaps. It's going to be a quick engage here from the side of the TSM, looks like. And Bold has to disengage, going really heavily for that blade. Decided against it, trying to play their life a little bit more. It's going to be the race for Dorcas, and the rest of the Chaos starting blade coming out. Shark getting away with the slide, Mindy brawling in the back line. And it's going to be the rest of the Chaps walking it down in the alleyways, as the Orbit was able to go first, and Potato tried to pop theirs to mirror it out. But you just had a lot more burst damage on the side of the Chaps. And I mean, you only used the Orbit. On the side of the Tigers, you invested everything there in those past 2 fights. Really just a gambit that did not play out. As you have the Rampage online, it's going to be a nice knife on the backline. A shock on top, hitting the bubble there. Also, it's going to be a clock to Dark as well. And it's going to be everyone trying to disengage here for the side of the Tigers. But the Chaps will not let them, as the rest of Aubrey moves in. And it's going to be 3 minutes now, 2 minutes burned already. As you have a rally in Junker Queen Rampage coming in against the Russian Toucan. As you're getting in a nice position here, you are Shark on the third, get a nice little shot down on point. TSM getting ready for a dive here with the side of their Genji. But it's going to be a quick rundown. Birdman finds one, Raptor's in. The Queen has a Rampage just in case it's Scrappy. Scrappy it will be. As TSM falls low, Intro finds one, but the Venture not going to be able to survive again. She with the Kiriko coming into Peel. 2.5 minutes, and I think Aubrey, I like the idea, being able to run him down before the Tigers really get the Raptor played up a little too far now, and it's going to potentially get staggered as they get all the care in the world. But as I was saying, it's just really, you can go for those crazy engages, you gotta be a little safer about it. As they're going to pop the rally, Primal Race to beat him down. And Raptor is going to be popping the Rampage in the backline, hits 2. The 2 not going to be enough to save everyone on the side of the Tigers. As 2 minutes now, no one has fallen yet. It's going to be kind of a dry fight as Toucan and Bulls get close to their ults, and now they're finally online. Rush Blade coming out, and the backline get away. They use the bash, the shout, and they're going to speed for a few seconds, but not long enough. You're only able to find one pick of the blade. Now it's going to still be a potential contest here for the side of the Chaps. TSM pulling low. It's going to be Jark finding their counterport. No overclock needed. Just going to be a little bit of Soj diff there. TSM pulls low. The Sojourner is able to find the pick with help of Raptor. The rest of the Chaps will be moving it down. And that was nice there from Aubrey. Being able to get the disengage. Being able to force out Bulls on. TSM was not able to survive the poke. And now you have 3 ults online. And only an Orbit from the side of Potato, and I really think what's doing the Tigers in here, especially now that you've seen some going over the Queen, but resetting even more ult charge, you're over-investing in these ults. Just try to force out what you can from the side of the Chaps, and if not, save ults of your own to kind of brawl it out. But nonetheless, it's going to be a minute left now, runs more fight. As Raptor's going to walk it down, you have Jark with the overclock, moving with the Queen. The coordination coming in from the Chaps, being able to walk down as one, so it's really good so far in this series. The Bulldog finds one, it's going to be a 3v4 here from the side of the Tigers. TSM finds a pick there at the end with the help of Bulldog. And there's still a chance if you can get this brig. Now the Juno's back, Potato being able to do a lot. As Dorcas is going to be falling low, Bulldog gets the pick. And the Queen and Genji have a cure coming in to save. And Raptor will finally fall. You have 23 seconds. You have 2 ults coming back and a rally on the way. But I don't think you get the recontest here. as it's going to be no. And that means a minute and 40 seconds out for Frenship going through third. But this is very, very hopeful for the Chaps. Kings Row third, one of the most difficult points to hold in all of Hybrid, probably. That's going to be a nice knife on the back line here. Bulldog getting ready for another play. TSM has the Rampage. And now you really need to play with your tempo. And there you go. It's going to be a nice Rampage. Suzu only saves one person. And it's going to be Hamburger Man Potato walking it down. Playing with their tempo, not giving the Chaps a chance to get the first engage. This adventure will fall for the side of the Chaps. And actually, it's probably Inato for the side of the Venture. That might be the name for it. It's me a lot. That's gonna be a nice carnage there, and Gorgeous almost dies with their own spawn. Vector in by the Lone has a Rampage to survive, but now it's gonna be the Overclock, and it's gonna be a nice Rampage hitting 4 members of the Tigers. And the Venture Shock is gonna be even better, getting the rest of the cleanup there. 41 seconds, just a rush for the side of the Tigers. You have a rally coming in from Mint. And now 30 seconds. And this is going to be an interesting fight. No matter what, though, for the side of the Tigers, I don't think you get time on KR on your first push. It's going to be most likely an overtime attack, as you have to rely on people like Hamburger Man, people like Bulldog, to run down. The Raptors not going to let them. There's going to be a rush coming in, the rally to counter. Dorcas finds the first pick. That's a lot of the heals down from the side of the Tigers as Raptors and Inato are going to be running it down. And no one touches. Making that a 57-meter push there after capping second point. Not a bad push by any means.
Switching sides.
As it's going to be, let's see here, still the same, well, same thing. It's just gonna be sides flip now. As 1 second, I just gotta do the thing. Gotta flip the sides once again. And here we go. And oh, is there a stream buffer? My Wi-Fi being bad. 1 second. Let me see if there's a stream buffer.
Ready for battle.
Never mind, we are good. Just a little like, sorry if there's any issues with the stream. Looks fine on my end, so we should be okay. As we go into the defense here, for the side of the Tigers, they're going to stick with this Queen Brawl. And if you do play this mirror into the side of the Chaps, I think it's gonna be a problem if you don't really start utilizing your tempo with Potato on the Juno, because otherwise it's just gonna be you're getting run down by Raptor, just like you did on the defense. And I mean, if you can do it on the defense, the offense should be easier.
But I am a medic.
So now it's gonna be the offense running here. Jark almost missed a little. But nope, it's gonna be the Chaps just getting ready to run it down. Now getting Jark in position here is gonna be really, really powerful from the side of the Chaps, as they're all gonna contest this hotel. It's gonna be a quick brawl, Bulls find Inato. It's gonna be a TSM walking in. A big carnage hitting both support. And that's gonna be a cleanup for the Tigers. Raptor and Jark. I was saying getting away, but Jark finds 2 there at the end. I mean, if you get back quick enough, you might be able to make a play for the side of the Chaps. But now it's going to be 3 minutes and 20 seconds coming in here as we have Renato getting ready to only engage Linger and Queen. It's going to be an early one as the Venture is forced out. Cooldown's going to be gone. And Raptor's not going to force it into hotel this time. Flip from the Kiri. The axe is good, but Suzu's going to keep him alive for at least a little bit longer here. He is up on low. Jark getting the angles he needs, going to be able to walk it down with the Soch. And it's going to be another quick cap on Kings Row first, with the Chaps and Aubrey being able to get a 5-minute 20-second cap with their time bank. And now all you got to do is push through second, push through third. And this is looking good here for the side of Aubrey as TSM getting close to this Rampage. It's going to be a little bit of an old fight here. We're getting close to the block as well. 5 minutes to go now as we have Raptor come in. TSM already has to use the shout, and that's going to give the side of the Chaps a chance to engage now. And Hamburger Man falling low. A nice little shot there from Jark. And now it's going to be the rest of the Chaps kind of playing it safe. nice knife, but Soldier can't escape. As the Venture Bro is going to get the confirm and the damage. As the rest of the chap gonna get 3. Keeping this pressure moving on the point. As getting close to 4 ults here for the side of the Tigers. Even a Fit coming up with Bull's Blade. And you still have almost 5. It's going to be 5 ults here basically for both teams if you build them fast enough. The supports, though, are getting the... I mean, the ult charge advantage is going to the supports of the Tigers here. Mint and York really haven't had to do too much, but they are doing their job perfectly as they're just letting the Queen and Venture be able to play up. And it's going to be an aggressive block from Dark, being able to keep up this high ground, keep up the momentum. As Bull's falls low, it's going to be a rampage from the side of TSM hitting 3. No Suzu to stop it. Mint pops the rally to 5, Dark's falling low. Raptor has a rampage of his own. No Suzu is going to hit 3. As the rest of the members of Aubrey are going to be putting on a masterclass on this Queen comp. Just running it down main and making another 5 minutes. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to be exact. As it's going to be this might be a dominant KR for the side of Aubrey. As we have another quick engage here. Golden box of victory, well, I guess the red box of victory in this case. Is being seen. That's going to be in orbit, potentially to counter the rush. No, it's going to be putting in engage. Renato, backline, they have the Venture Shock. They're looking for the Soldier. Hamburger Man gets away with the slide, but no more cooldowns to get away. You're still walking into the rush. And it's going to be one going down, the orbit coming out in the last second. Hamburger Man trying to make a play with the clock, finds one. Rail in the railgun. Down main, and, you know, that's probably better. But nonetheless, the Soldier's going to find a quick 5K. Light stagger there with the help of TSM. And now you have a difficult hold ahead of you with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. As you have a blade on the side of the Tigers, and a shock to clear it, with the help of the orbit as well on the side of Dorcas. So now, going to be an early shout from the side of the Captain Raptor. You're getting ready to go back in, though. You have the ult to beat it. You need to walk on TSM before he can get this rampage. And here it is. TSM still trying to run in the blade from Bulls. Trying to find his target. Walking into the backline. Mint gets hit by the rampage. It's a 4-man rampage. The purple, the blade. What a combo. What a fight. As the Tigers are going to be able to get another fight win and burn more time. As they now have no ults. And not even close to one. The closest you have is Potatoes. I mean, Orbit that's only at 36%. As you have multiple vehicles coming in and an oncoming rally from the side of Mint. As the Chaps are looking to make a statement on this next map. Running in with the Queen once again. Raptor getting ready, just playing it safe for a little bit longer. The slide was really gone. There's the engage. There's cooldown. Soldier can't get away. No slide, no ring to save you. The Venture Shot comes out, finding everyone low, at least half. As you have to go for the mega real quick. Shark and Raptor getting close to their ult. Shark not popping the double block yet as Raptor will fall. Part getting right close to the red box. As it's going to be a quick disengage as TSM and the rest of the Tigers gonna pounce on the back line. And now it's getting dire. It's getting very dire for the side of the Tigers. As it's gonna be another clock, another rampage, another rally. But it's gonna be a pretty nice ult economy here for both sides nonetheless. As you just need to play up quick with Raptor and this rampage. The second you see that Suzu, just a pop Q and run it down main. As you're going to be walking around with TSM, it's going to be a clock from both Soldiers. Hamburger Man looking down for their target, trying to find Shark. It's going to be a rally to counteract it. The rampage hits 4. Raptor once again. The Suzu not going to be able to save the rest of the Tigers from Soup Can as it only hits 1 target. The Juno Potato cannot get the over in time. Make that a second map and match point coming in from Aubrey with another dominant brawl as you go to King's Row. And that was the pick of the Friendship, and you lose on it pretty. I mean, it was definitely close, but more rough than you'd expect coming in. As you kind of just get walked on the defense and offense there. The TSM definitely playing well with the rest of the team, and I mean, this is definitely a close game still, even if it does say 2-0 on the score. So with that, it's going to be your second map going to the side of Aubrey. And making that a 2-0 lead, match point on the way. Going to be going into to map 3 soon as I send you the music. Get ready for some more brawl. And let's see if Frenship can pull out a potential reverse sweep. Or will Aubrey continue through the semifinals with a dominant 3-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be back here in map 3 any second now as we're going to serve us from Flashpoint. And guess what? It's gonna be more Queen Brawl. So with that out of the way, get ready to expect the tempo to be keeping it coming here. From the side of, both teams. With the side of the Chaps running it down to Queen and TSM being able to make a play. As I need to quickly swap the things really quick. 1 second. Sorry, it's just really hard to do. Hope you all are enjoying the stream, by the way. I hope you like my casting. Sorry if I'm a little too loud. I've been told I'm a notorious loud guy,
Ready for
but
battle.
it's okay. One second still. As it's gonna be still, yep, Queen Brawl. Gonna be on May though on the side of the chat, not the Chaps, the side of the Tigers. Not what I expected, that's for sure. All right, there we go. Oh, I gotta fix the score.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gonna be 2.
Initial flashpoint.
Okay, let's just quickly go to a POV. Let's watch Raptor here on the Queen, who's been putting on a show today. As we
Clear out. Enemy
And there we go. That's going to be the side of Aubrey taking a off angle one, not going straight ahead. Choosing to play a little safer as you see the May just being ready to wall you off with the potato on the back as well. A lot more of a big time with this kind of competition side of the Tigers, but no. Trade to counter guard. As it's going to be Hamburger Man still putting on the pressure here on the soldier. Raptor still walking it down. The lamp's already been forced out as the Tigers are going to fall one by one to Raptor. The Queen, who's just been walking it down and reaping the rewards of the pressure he's been putting on the Tigers. And it's going to be Hamburger Man trying to get away. Potential stagger here. No! He finds Dorcas. Wow. All right. The Junos falls, and it's going to be 15% and counting here on the first flashpoint for the side of the Aubrey Chaps. But nonetheless, Frenship should be able to get here quick with having Aubrey down a member. And you have TSM ready to go on this offense and run down the rest of the Chaps. As it's going to be in the flip here, potentially run for the nuts. Going to be the court back, mid on low. Carnage from TSM. Going to be walking it down. Breaks down the brig. There's going to be looking for more with another nice Carnage. He's close to Rampage along with Raptor here. Trying to position himself in this fight. There's going to be another headshot from Bolson. Well, actually, it could be Bolson. I don't know. As it's going to be the members of the Chaps not going to get staggered, as percentage here going to get even for both teams. 43%. All the ults coming online for both teams, as we have probably a very chaotic fight coming up. I mean, both rampages, no series code to stop them. If you hit a 5-man rampage, that's basically a game, set, match. Unless Supercan can hit a beat that will save the game. But besides that, who knows, as we have 70% coming in here. Potato giving it, it's a 5-man ramp, just as I was saying. Raptor has going in, no beat to worry about. You do get a 3-man rampage with TSM, but it's too little, too late. He was playing with the window, that extra damage cannot amplify it enough. You do find both support, but you get brought down. As it's going to be 2 ults there from the side of the Tigers, and just the rampage from the side of Aubrey Chaps, as you didn't have any other ults besides maybe Shark Overclock. As he can go to last fight territory here for this first point. And this could say a lot about how this third boss map's gonna go. It's gonna be a blizzard to where? I can't, oh, there we go. I think he's overflowing a little bit, but Shark's able to find the pick with Donato. And Shark finds a second, the Sojourn lighting up the high ground. No one can cast the Mephisto. As no one's gonna be able to touch the side of Tiger. TSM falls. And Aubrey is gonna keep it coming as they take the first flashpoint, already leading match point 2-0.
Flashpoint Garden.
And now it's going to be going to Gardens here. A lot of brawl potential for the side of both teams here. Nonetheless, as Bulls had to use that Blizzard, the window is popped as well, so you have a clock and beat versus the Orbit, Rally, Clock, and Venture Shock coming in from the side of the Chaps as you get Aubrey set up here. Getting ready for boop kills potentially from Mint. As it's going to be maybe the May finding an extra pick here early, and it does. They do force the Orbit at least, though. Raptor has to take space to try to make something out of that. As the Juno is falling low, playing for their life, making sure they won't die, pop the Orbit. But it's going to be Aubrey still getting the flip as it makes the rest of the Tigers game. TSM falling low, though Queen having to survive. It's going to be the Clock from Dark, needs to counter. All the ults coming out now. Not on my pop the shock. As Shark still getting care, will not go down. The overclock is going to get a lot of value, a lot of zoning. That's all you're really going to need. That's 20% counting here on Garden coming in. It's going to be Rally, overclock, everything's coming out. Hamburger Man going to be bursting down the competition here with overclock, most likely, I think. No, you gotta take the off angle. Now 50% counting here. You have just the Rampage, maybe a window online as well. For the side of Potato, the CSM getting close to the Rampage. Rapid pops in early though. It's another 5-man. The Queen has no fear, just walking it down with the ramp. Getting another 5-man. TSM falling low. Gets a nice Rampage of their own, but not nice enough as they're all falling low. Every member of this fight falling low is Donato. The shock not going to be enough as TSM is going to be bursting down the rest of the chaps there. As, whew, that is a long fight. Long fight. As Frenship are going to be playing very close up. If you just play safe for a second and force them back, force out the window and Blizzard from the side of the Tigers, the Chaps should have a nice chance of getting a quick cap on Garden. And you get knife from Bulls gets knife. And we're going to train on the mid though. And it's going to be Raptor walking it down the map, falling 1 for the side of the Tigers. You cannot use your lamp yet as you fall down. You can't get the pick. It's going to be trade after trade here. Hamburger Man putting in a lot of work, gets knifed off. The duo of Raptor and Donato is gonna be, might just be enough. As the window here from Potato might be okay for, but you're not gonna touch. You're just gonna let Soup and your May come back. You have the Blizz, you have the window. You get a quick regroup as you come to the Blizz. It's going to zone out the rest of the chat, so no one's gonna really get stuck in it. No frozen, no frozen darkness at all. As Dorcas is gonna be able to find the missiles. Everyone's falling low. Soup can might get kicked in the mouth by Dorcas, but no, Raptor's gonna get the nice knife. Min falls low, TSM getting closer to the Rampage. If you can get it here, it might be game-changing. But no, you're falling low. The Venture comes in for the Chaps. And Gardens is going to go to the Chaps as well. A 2-0 lead in the series. A 2-0 lead in the Flashpoint map. So now the pressure could not be any heavier. As you could just have the Tigers getting sent out of the semis with Aubrey playing a dominant Queen comp. But 20 seconds to go, and it's going to be, well, there's 20 seconds to go before the flashpoint unlocks here. Sorry for ruins, I almost made it more intense than it should be as Bulls goes back to the Genji and try to get a little more kill confirmed with the dash, and maybe survivability with the E-Flag, as you have almost every single ult online here for the side of the Chaps, as Raptors looking for another 5-man rampage right now. As Soup gets knifed, that's going to be run himself the lamp. Everyone's going low. TSM getting picked up zone. However, Hamburger Man getting trade. And Hamburger Man with the disruptor shot. Melted them all down. And not going to be able to lose that fight. It was a costly one. But nonetheless, it was an even fight there for both teams as both two ults were used. 45 seconds now coming in for the side of Frenship. Or 45%. Make that 50 as you have a clock getting ready as Donato's on the offensive. Starting to have an open clock. Dorcas has the orbit. And you're going to be walking it down toward the side of Aubrey. Ball back. Hamburger Man pops the clock. Hard to counter from Dorcas. Speed as well. All of the ults being popped. Jark has the open clock of his own. Our target with the damage boost. Not going to be able to find anything, but will force the flip on the point for now. As it's going to be the Genji falling low from the side of the Tigers. It's going to be Bull falling low. TSM trying to walk into the back line of the Queen. Might be walking a little too far, and the rest of the members of the Cap do not care. They pop the rally from mid. Raptor going to be walking through the back line. 25%. If this fight goes on for a lot longer, I mean, it just might get rushed from the Tigers. And I mean, you don't got much more time. 35%. TSM's getting staggered, basically. As this is trying to survive. It's going to be a knife on a soup can. And the pressure's still coming from the side of the Chaps. 50% to go. Hamburger Man gets a nice pick onto the enemy soldier in Jark. And oh no, no, no. The disruptor shot, the sticky, it killed Potato because Hamburger Man was still in his range. Raptor getting close to the rampage. Along with TSM. Both Queens here could have a game-changing fight. Donato gets the pick on the Bulls. And that's going to be 80% last fight territory here coming in. You're still getting all these staggers. Raptor and TSM. Whoever gets the rampage first here might just get the point win. But for each of the chat, you need to play quick right now. TSM looking for the rampage. It's online. Finding Dorcas. Finding Mint. Finding Force. That'll be enough. Renato, Jark, not going to be able to kill 4. As they are not done yet. I don't think you're going to be able to get a quick enough contest if you are the members of... words, please. The members of Chaps, as, yeah, not going to make it in time. As their potential reverse sweep is still in the making for the side of the Tigers as we're going to Palace. I think. Yep, Palace. Got to make sure I have my names right. As the reels are coming online. The clock and Rampage should be the biggest ones coming in from the side of the Chaps as Bowles is ready for a blade here. Helping with Queen, able to run it down with the shell with the extra help with the speed. As 15 seconds for the point to unlock. Going to have a quick engage on the point, the window. Then we walk down the blade and window are popped from the side of the Tigers. You can't find a good Rampage opportunity if you are Raptor. As everyone's going low, the Queen will fall for the side of the Chaps. And another point cap, well at least point flip now for the side of the Tigers. You only have a clock and beat to your name. Got 3 more ults, support ults coming on the way for the side of Aubrey. And now, you just need to play this quick. I mean, can you force out the BAP and solo TSM, solo Potato? And one of that Rampage would be big and just get so much value for the side of the Chaps. That's going to be the Rampage. It hits 5 once again. That's the 3rd one this map. As Raptor's going to get a lot of damage with the bleed, let alone B comes out, does not hit Potato. The BAP going on here for the side of the Tigers. TSM going low, well break. Gets the bash from the side of Mint. The break bash you can confirm there as Dark is only 1 HP. And makes that 60% for the side of Palace on the side of the Tigers. You have an overclock and Mercy. Okay. It's gonna be the Mercy coming out from the side of Soup Can to pocket Hamburger Man. Make the Soul who's already been doing so well even better with a damage amplification and a healing pocket. As Donato and Dorcas have their ults online. It's gonna be a close fight here as the overclock is online for the side of Hamburger Man. He's gonna pop this any second out. 40% and counting for the point for the Chap. Slam to cover orbit as well. And the rally's gonna be enough. A big here to force back to the Chap. And the Rampage is canceled, shut down by Raptor with a nice little knife. Bulls, however, finds Mint. It's gonna be a 3v3. Almost no ults there for the side of the Chaps as TSM gets res by the Mercy. And it's still gonna be a close one here. Donato has the shock. And just gonna get shut down. As it's going to be getting close to last fight territory for the point once again. As you have a blade and almost a nice collateral there from Shark. As you have a Rampage, Orbit, and Clock on the line, you should be able to get the touch here as long as you can get past Bulls with this Dragon Blade. But who's gonna get the touch? Is it gonna be Raptor? Is it gonna be Shark? Is it gonna be Nato? I can't tell. 10% left to go. It's gonna be a quick window. Raptor doesn't care. All the comes in. Blade. No one's capturing the touch. And it's going to be Nato not able to make it. Shark getting Potato. And that was a very... Oh, man. If you get the touch there for the chap, that's a guaranteed win. Yeah, it's almost going to be a guaranteed win there as it fades away. It's going to be a quick fifth flashpoint coming into the third map as we have the rest of only a Valkyrie and a Clock coming in for the ult economy from the side of the Tigers. As we have two more ults coming in from the side of Aubrey, as they have the Rampage and Clock, the most valuable ult so far in the series. As the flashpoint will be unlocking, and it's going to be a quick fight here as it's going to be the Frenship getting another quick cap here, being able to really get to the ring. As that's on the Rampage. It's going to be hopefully another queen going off the map here. Rampage looking. Not yet. He's just going to hold it as Nato and Got his TSM going to be sending out picks back to back. Zukan's able to get the red on Hamburger Man, and it's going to be another axe. Raptor's not going to try and salvage the fight with the Rampage. Not yet. There we go. It only has CSM. Off Rampage of his own. Not going to get any of the kills from it. As both of them are fighting here on the point for a long time. It's going to be a nice rally. Stop the counting. Instead of well, trying to Hamburger Man and doesn't fight. It's going so long that you might be able to get the cap to win this on the side of Tigers as Rogue call one. Bulls is able to get away 52%. And I think this series might just have a seriously starting. Renato going for the touch. Venture has the shock coming in. Maybe at the last second here. As you do get the touch, you're going to die for it though. You get that one shot, shock shot. As you have the overclock coming in, Shark maybe a hero play in the making. But no, it's going to be shut down. Raptor goes playing low as well. Not going to be able to get the orbit here, I don't think, as the Tigers finally might have figured out their way to get a reverse sweep with Soup King going over the Mercy and Post Potato going over the Bat. But we're not done yet. Going into a map 4 here momentarily, as it's going to be a potential reverse sweep from the Tigers, depending on what we're going to for Escort. Nice play of the game there from Hamburger Man. This game's still going good, and we almost are done. And it's going to be a map 4 coming up soon here as Aubrey maybe getting stopped on their tracks there for a moment. actually going to be a sort. It's going to be pushed coming in here from both teams, as it's going to be Runa actually, like Chasm because it's kind of still. You know, I haven't done a lot of Chasm spots since most of the game like Chasm are 3-0s, so I can't really, you know, figure out what. I mean, I assume it's gonna be more clean gaming, but I can't really do much else for figuring out what is gonna really happen here on this map. So it's gonna be a matter of time to tell. As we have Aubrey coming in with potential reverse sweep in the making.
Initiate
As it's
match.
going to be. One. And there we go. Welcome to your first map. Well, not first. Welcome to your second potential map of a reverse sweep, with the fourth map overall coming in Runasapi. It's going to be more queen comps, and I honestly think that the Mercy might be the key to victory here for the side of Friendship. I can't believe I'm saying it, but you know, just having the res, having the damage boost on that Sojourn, being able to get maximum value from Hamburger Man, who's been putting on a show tonight, really able to just utilize everything to its full potential. And that might be the key here for the side of the Tigers. For the side of the Chaps, I mean, just go back to what you're doing before. Play with as much aggression as you want, because once you walk in and put the pressure on, TSM and the rest of the Tigers really won't want to engage you, or at least they'll take a second longer to hesitate. That's when you can go in and put pressure on the backline. So for now, it's going to be Hamburger Man getting in, trying to find a nice pick here. TSM's going to find mid. And it's going to be the Queen being able to walk it down, as Frenship is going to be able to get control of the bot turn, as Dorcas tries to get away, gets found out by the Sojourn of Frenship. Hamburger Man with the pocket, being able to put in a lot of work. As going to be a minute burn off the clock already, bot 20 meters out. And going to be probably a slow engage here from the side of the Chaps, as they're going to have to try to find an angle and find the first pick here. It's going to be a long wraparound. You might just be able to get checkpoint off of it, honestly. Tigers have to worry about the walk team comp running down at you. But you'll be able to get away for a moment as the Raptors falling low. Renato coming in to try to find a little extra damage here to help the Queen. But Raptors able to not find anything yet. And we're still going as Shark flying. TSM pulling low. Air from mid to shout as well on top. Able to keep Raptor alive through the chaos of that fight. It's going to be a dagger on a Potato and Hamburger Man. Trying to get away from their spawn, but I don't think Anato's going to let him as they try to slide away. The Venture will lead. Not a bad play as a rule. Anato almost get brought down. There's an overclock already here from the side of Hamburger Man, as Aubrey finally gets the bot moving up. That's going to be TSM falling low, getting close to Rampage falling half. As you still have the Hamburger Man with himself in his way, finds Anato, trying to burst down Raptor. And that he does. Zark will be able to get the trade, but a little too late as the red comes out and falls low. And it's going to be everyone here for the side of the Tigers being able to walk down on the side of Aubrey. But having Hamburger Man be able to get even more value out of the stick with a bridge pocket, really been able to get their momentum rolling, and it's going to probably get a checkpoint here on Runasapi as Hamburger Man finds a Dorcas. I don't know where Dorcas was, but you're still able to get the pick as checkpoints unlocked. Friendship's going to start walking it down. As Raptors going low between, will it survive? And TSM, I'm a little greedy with that maybe. As you're going to keep walking it down, bot 65 meters in pushing. With Aubrey having every single one of their ults at their disposal, with double support ults and Blade on the side of the Tigers. I'm assuming we're going to see a Rampage from Raptor. Oh no, it's a drop! The Blade to counter. Will is trying to find something here, gets brought down. Shark trying to push on TSM to rally to counter. It does not want to fall here. As Bob's going to get a little extra percentage, a little bit of extra push. As Hamburger Man will fall. And it's going to be 36 meters to 87 now as you have Aubrey trying to get to the checkpoint and a little extra. As you just have to worry about the window. And I mean, if you get Hamburger Man set up well enough, one shot with a Mercy Boost, you just one-shot Shark or an auto. As you're gonna have 4 minutes run off the clock already here. Raptors. The overpunch is gonna be the orbit. He's gonna just be walking past the window here. Potato trying to go on an off angle, actually. A little bit of a flank bap, I respect it. Unfortunately, not gonna work out for him there. It's gonna be 2 ults for 1 there. Not a bad trade-off, I honestly. You kind of keep the orbit, you kind of get rid of the orbit, get the clock, but you still have 2 ults to the Tigers 1. He's closer to the checkpoint here as they have to walk into a Venture Shock. And a Queen ult as an auto. Shock. He's on the high ground. Get everyone falling half the Mercy dead. That's gonna find both the board. As everyone's falling low, Bulls has to run away. 5 minutes now, and it might be Aubrey getting close to another potential evening out of the push. I forgot the name of the game for a second. As it's going to be TSM and Raptor. Raptor popped the rampage there, by the way, to contestants. I don't think you're going to be able to get the exact as you have TSM finding mid having three. I don't know. No, it has three. A nice push from Minato. Able to save this from the purple, but not from the knight. As you're going to have 4 minutes and 45 seconds here for the Frenship team. Side of the Tigers, correct. Raptor's gonna get knife, might be able to get staggered here, pulling out the Tigers. But no, it's gonna be 4.5 minutes. The only ult online is going to be a Valkyrie, as a mostly dry fight is gonna be coming out. As Jark is getting ready for another off angle. As Aubrey really likes to take the off angle and go behind the side of the Tigers to be able to put the map. It's gonna be Potato falling low as the Valkyrie still online here from Sukan. Trying to survive, keeping everyone alive here as everyone's able to pick. It's 1 HP, not close to the rally. Bulls is able to find Jark. It's going to be another lost fight for the Chaps. As going to be 100 meters achieved for the side of Frenship and a staggered Dorcas. As you're getting close to that final objective there, that final checkpoint to win the map. As you're getting all your ults back online, you have a double support to stop it from the side of the Chaps. But can they pull it off? As it's going to be Frenship walking down and another orbit, over block. It's going to be the orbit from Dorcas. And the missile as well on top to find the Mercy. And they knew the suit had the overclock and blinding. Had to walk him down before any of that could happen. As Bullson's gonna get away, the rest of the members of the Tigers should get the quick spawn. As we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds now, getting close to the end point of this push map. Is using 3 ults from the side of the Shaft, 4 from the side of the Tigers. Sorry, as the rampage is on for both teams here. The Bulls have been value. Shark slides in. Busy a blade from Bulls back by finding one support, finding 2. Looking for more, trying to find the out by the venture. Not gonna fall, however. And there's gonna be just more carnage on the point as TSM is able to find Nato and Raptor. White, he just didn't run away. He just kind of stood there for a second, let him go in. Now still 3 ults from side of Frenship. You can just play with the tempo of this rampage before Raptor can use it. Even if you do get stunned, as long as you get the purple, that's all that matters. There's going to be potentially one more fight here before Frenship gets a second map win. The reverse sweep can go to a map 5 on Escort where you can play that dive in the map 1. That was so prevalent for you. Looking called low. Rampage for TSM. He's looking. And the Queen will not get it off first. He gets stunned by mid. And a ref is going to be able to walk in. Hammer Man gets the lamp, gets the clock out. Not going to be enough. As what a play from Mint. Instantly shutting down the rampage. So it's going to be only a Valka again for the side of Sukan and the Tigers, as you're going to be able to get forward spawn again. No ults though, as you only have a Venture Shock for a Nato. And it's going to be probably a quick fight here if you really want to take it. On the side of Aubrey, you take the quick spawn. You need a lot more fights, though. Probably on 3 or 4 more to get the lead take. As Wolves is able to find Jark, no res. Unlike the side of the Tigers. If you haven't Venture Shock online, Sojourn has no slide, but Hammerman able to find the pick. Focus falling low. As Mint is going to have to run away. It's going to be a shock at the last moment here, finding one at least, finding Hamburger Man. As the BAP for the Tigers falling low, and the rest of Frenship have to engage besides TSM, who's running in with a Mercy Pocket on the Valkyrie. As going to be a Nada falling, and it's going to be the Queen Suki on the point, a minute left here. Start finding the lamp with the disruptor shot, not much else going to be happening though as this scrappy fight. As the Queen and Genji is going to be running it down on the back line now as TSM goes a little too far, falls down. And now it's going to be TSM, and the rest of the Tigers are just like they're falling. Controls line mid, but going to fall right after if you can. Going to fall down, and it's going to be Potato and... Whoa, 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 an orbit! That might be... Oh my. That might be a problem. You do get the stagger on the Hamburger Man, you do get the bot up. But TSM and Raptor both have a rampage again. It's going to be an all-out ult battle here for this final push. Hey, you need to go now if you're Raptor, but you're still down your Juno. You're still down your main source of heals. Like, Mid's getting close. You already hit. You got hit in the blade. It's a rampage. It might be too late. As everyone's falling low, Raptor needs to pop the rampage of his own right now. But he's letting his team get decimated. You can't touch the bot. And it's going to be Frenship getting a second map win. And the reverse sweep is very possible with going to Escort next, as the Winston could be seen again from TSM and the side of the Tigers, as might need to switch it up a little bit here for the side of the Aubrey Shaps. With that, it's going to be map 4. We'll be going into map 5 soon here, as we're going into a quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your 5th and final map of tonight's series. It's going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar, picked by Aubrey. Even though we saw Frenship and TSM play the Winston dive earlier in the series on Alicia. So going to a Winston-centric map is kind of a surprise. So without out of the way, second now, Aubrey's going to go attack first. That's what you're going to keep against this attack. So very well. Right now, Aubrey's on the back line. We're up to and now you have a reverse sweep that you can't send here in the semis. So here we go. Welcome to Gibraltar.
Initiating match.
Darn it, I got the wrong one. Oh, there we go. I grabbed it. Got the right one, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for all the scuffness, by the way. I'm just not accustomed to the setup. Look at that, I got the gold. I completely forgot gold was an option. Look at that.
Ready for battle.
But now it's going to be the chaps trying to prevent a reverse sweep. And it's going to be the Tigers trying to continue through their semis with an impressive reverse sweep of their own. As it's going to be Junkrat on the defense. And with this final map coming in, it's going to be a standard Winston dive from the side of the Shaps. And here we go. Welcome to map 5, and we're just going to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to map 5. Welcome to the final map of this semis match. And welcome to Gibraltar. One last time as we're going to go all the way as Raptor is going to get hit by the trap as Bull on the Junkrat is not what I expected to see on Gibraltar. Because you just don't see Junkrat like that anymore, especially not in this kind of case. We have to bring, it's good feel for Raptor. Meantime, Supcan and the rest of the Tigers is going to pull up for now as you have the rest of TSM and the Tigers being able to regroup actually here. In already. Donato is going to go to the venture. This is almost as confusing as Junkrat for me because I don't know how you really get here. But nonetheless, you still have Supcan pocketing Hamburger Man on the Sojourner, being able to get a lot of value, a lot of poke damage in, being able to force Rabbit to not take that good of dive. That's going to be the one to try to force him out through the tightly contested room. Potato's falling on HP, but Winston cannot get the confirm just yet. So the mercy heals will not be enough as Winston able to get the shot. Dark goes over the point. Will be able to get away from TSM at the last moment. The Raptor getting the field. Wilson finds mid. TSM is able to punch Dark at the last moment. And Raptor cannot get the chase down because he has the mercy heals. Raptor going low. And now it's going to be Anato trying to move in front as much as he can. And the pressure's really starting to come down. It's already 2-minute burn. No, not another switch. So it's going to be a Valkyrie tire. Oh, Bull. Bull almost got away. Actually, no, he did get away. What am I saying? TSM finds Dorcas. And now it's going to be a longer stall here for the side of the Shaft. Nick has this nano boost online. Raptors falling low, however, getting chased down. The heals come in at the last second. And now still 2 minutes to go. Every ult online basically here from the side of the Tigers as you need a big nade and probably a nano on the Raptor here to get something done. As the Junkrat is able to find a trap there for the moment, so it's going to be card being forced out. Eventually by Anato also taking the high ground. It's going to be an overclock on the side of Hammer. It's going to be pushed back by Raptor to the nano. So Winston is glowing red with rage. As Bull looks for the tire and finds two! Just sends it in with a nitro boost. And it's going to be Raptors, the last one to live and the last one to fall in their own spawn. As you invest 3 ults there from the side of Frenship, you should be able to utilize this if you are the side of Aubrey. And now you got 4 ults on your bank. You should probably just, honestly, send Dorcas to point. You have the rally. You can go build the build it to just be able to fight it down. The Shark is picked onto Bolton. And now with a minute left, you still have Cart under the bridge. He's on top of the Primal. It's going to be Jorkin popping the rally. A Raptor on the Primal of his own, knocking the side of Hammerman off of the high ground and down to the rest of the side of Aubrey. The Chaps are able to collapse on him, but not if Potato has anything about it. Fine too, as the Orbit contest as well. Soup can't get the Mercy Glock kill on the Mint! As Raptor finds another pick, being able to chase out the TSM here and the remaining members of the Tigers. But the damage is too much to handle. As Aurora's going to keep the rest of the Tigers up. Not going to be letting them fall. As Cart is still not moved under this underpass. 20 seconds left. Raptor goes over the Queen to just brawl down to the point. Dorcas goes over to Lucio for speed. And now there's going to be no ults besides the DPS of Aubrey and the Chaps. 10 seconds to go. You have an overclock. You have a ventral. What can you do with them, though, is the question. Bolson finding themselves very low in the little portal on the stairs. That's going to be 4 seconds. You have point contested. Dorcas is able to find Bolson. Mid goes down. The lot of your heal's gone. Potato finds a pick. And you have TSM being able to burn down everyone on the point. And now it's going to be Dorcas and everyone else going low. Nato off the shot, trying to find something here. Merman going low. Finds him somehow. And it's going to be Bolson coming close to another tie here. The Junkrat getting a lot of value, surprisingly, here from this Gibraltar defense. And the Junkrat gonna keep shooting down to Nato. Not going to get the tire off yet. And Jark walks into it. We still have someone with the card, but mid falls. We have the tire to seal it. As the defense barely gets under the underpass. And now, for the side of the Tigers, you just need to build 5 ults and then push through with everything you got. This is so winnable. You got, I mean, literally 61.5 meters to go. 65.1. As it's going to be a very, very difficult defense here from the side of the Chaps. You're gonna need like a spawn hold, legitimately. I don't know how you're gonna be able to pull this one off, but we're just gonna have to find out and see. As it's going to be a Reaper with, that's the only switch. Your only switch in this defense for the side of the Chaps will be a lone Reaper against the world. As no real other switches from the side of Frenship besides a Widow here from the side of Hamburger Man, who, I mean, just set him up with the Mercy. You should be able to get a nice starting pick. And if you do that, if you win one fight, game, set, match. And with that, with this being the potential last round of our semifinals game, I'd like to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Let's see if the reverse sweep possible. And let's see if Frenship can make it happen. As Raptor's falling lower to getting bubble force out here. As it's going to be Hamburger Man with a pick. Misses onto Jark. The Widow still hunting though. Looking for a break, looking for a Reaper. The Sojourn also sliding up. It's going to be Cart being forced by the side of TSM. Makes Raptor drop. There's no Wisdom to care. Side of the back line for the side of the Shaps. As the Nato has to drop as well. This back line's looking more and more lonely as second. As you have a nice poop there at least from the side of Dorcas, knocking her off the high ground. But you know who's on Cart? It's still TSM. It's going to be Jark on low. It's a sniper Winston. Being able to get the pick there. Nato trying to get the Winston, but you can just jump out. And now you can just play the Cart. Everyone's falling low. You have Bull on the high ground here. The Junkrat has the high ground. That's a great advantage. Spam damage, all you need. Hamburger Man also has the Widow on the off angle. On main, actually, on the underpass. As Anato just going to stay out in the open. Letting the Widow potentially get the shot off as the TP's out. TSM making even more space as Bulls gets closer and closer to the tire. As it's going to be a nice nade in the back, but TSM jumped a little too early. Hamburger Man finds Jark. And everyone's falling low. Here's a nice nade from Mint. Getting close to that nano now. As Hamburger Man and Soup Can are still going to be up here. But Raptor and the side of the Chaps are still able to hold for a little bit longer. A minute and a half burn. You still have a chance to hold this one. As you have a Nano Rally coming online and a Walls, Nano Valk, and Tire coming up from the side of the Tigers. A Tire here could be massive if you get, let's say, Soup Can only there's no res in this fight, that would be big. Cameraman goes over to Sojourn. Not gonna be in this fight for a little bit, but you have time to run into level up. You have every ult on the board. And CSM getting ready for another jump. And Vince looking for another nade lineup. Been able to get a lot of them so far, but it's gonna be a nade from the side of Potato. But forces out the tire, forces out the rally. And the tire finds Raptor. No, it finds Jarg, but Raptor gets the primal, but doesn't get it in time. He's gonna pump it. It's just the Lone Reaper, and Nato is going to be knocked away. And it's gonna be a reverse sweep! Friendship Tigers are able to make it happen and continue through the semifinals. GG's in the chat, a masterclass, and able to being no pressure whatsoever. You just brought it back. Saravasa, Runa, Sapi, Gibraltar. It's all you're gonna need as Friendship is able to make it a 3-2. And that means, unfortunately, Aubrey, the chaps, they're going to not be able to continue through this series, as we gotta quickly fix that. I'm just gonna leave it at the there we go. As we're gonna change this quick score. As honestly just a great performance from both teams. Friendship's able to pull it out of the woodwork somehow, and it's legitimately a miracle. And with that, I think we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Thank you for watching Aubrey versus Friendship. Thank you for listening to me, your caster Dusty. Thank you for watching Aubrey High School OW2. And with that, I bid you all adieu. That's gonna be your match.